First of all, there's nothing to be afraid of with respect to independence. In fact, from what I can see, it's almost all upside. What you do is, because as I said to you, it's how a nation grows up. It's how you walk tall in the world. It's like you're independent. You are a sovereign nation that deals with its own problems, figures out things. If things go wrong, it's your fault. Things go right, it's probably, you can pat yourself in the back, and you create a vision for your country, and that vision you can actually put together the structures to achieve that. So the first thing is that independent countries work. Okay, that's the first thing, right? And they work extremely well. And Scotland is reasonably homogenous. It's amazingly well situated for renewable energy, for all sorts of areas. Then you can take, the Irish approach, maybe attracting foreign capital, all that sort of stuff. I think just go for it. If you look at small economies, New Zealand, Singapore, Ireland, Israel, all of Finland, Denmark, all these countries, right? They've all achieved extraordinary things off a pretty flimsy base. And what they have achieved is they've managed to liberate the creative impulses of their own people. And I go back to that idea that I started with, that half of the Irish story is about what we felt like ourselves and how we moved to become a much more open society, and how that openness created the catalyst for people backing themselves, for people deciding to set up their own little companies, to do their thing. All of that is there. That's there for the taking. I mean, that's what's possible. Or you can just go through this decline that you're going through at the moment. Like that's the choice. The Scottish decline vis-a-vis Ireland is so obvious economically, you shouldn't even have to go over that again. And it's so unusual because it never had to happen, but it has happened. So I think you just say, we could be this, warts and all, because we have loads of things to fix still, or we could just continue to be a concubine of London. But what I could never understand about Scotland was how the country wasn't like Ireland. It didn't feel dynamic. It didn't feel effervescent. It felt, pretty rich by European standards, pretty well off. But, the renaissance, the cultural renaissance that I kind of expected to feel, I didn't. And I think that comes down to not being independent. I really do. Like, the thing about independence, it's like being a child. You make lots of mistakes. Sometimes you grow quickly. Sometimes you grow stunted. Sometimes you do stupid things. But you're a sovereign creature.